Hi everybody, welcome very much to the Silver League 2025 Grand Finals. This is a best of 9 between two great players, and you are here to cast it and bring it to you. In the color orange, we have Kiljardi playing in with the House of Lancaster and already opening with a Dark Age Barracks on the color blue, playing as the Maldians. That's Numudan, and he'll be here defending that first aggression from Kiljardi, the gold mine quite far away. Actually, it's not even close to the range of town center. It will be hard to defend those houses and pit mine from the first early spearman here from Kiljardi. By the way, thank you very much for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. Make sure to support the tournament organizers, EDC TV, using the links down below if you're watching on YouTube. Numudan getting a good amount of sheep. Kiljardi going the long way around, because House of Lancaster starts indeed with extra amount of sheep, and they also collect faster from sheep, so they can spend more time scouting, because they will not be lacking food early on in the game. First spearman is out here. 1, 2, 3, 4 houses for Kiljardi only. A tower comes in close to the pit mine, so he knows about the aggressive intentions of Kiljardi. Spearman took a little bit of damage from the wolf. It should not be a problem. Tower needs to be forced, or needs to be built by 2 villagers, I think. But the villagers... Oh no, there are 3 villagers already in there. I thought it was only 1. They aren't in the TC range, so the spearman will not be able to perturb them. So tower should be built. Houses should be safe. I think the tower will be in range, but the scout, being the only one in the tower, will take some time to kill the spearman. Because you can't just garrison the villagers, they need to do something. Or you can just do this, actually. Smart play from Numudan. He builds the mill right there, so he can work with the villagers, and then if he needs, he just garrisons into the tower really quickly. But look at that, the tower does not reach the spearman. I think they can even burn that house over there from outside of the range, because they don't need to get like ultra close to the house. They can throw the torch from a bit further away. What Numudan can do is send 1 villager to repair, try to lure the spearman in, and then with the other villagers, a garrison in the tower, the spearman could be targeted down. Kiljardi is actually very close to a job, not Numudan. He's building more houses, because he's not really going for that food that much. It will be quite insane if Kiljardi invests into this early aggression in the first one to a job. It makes sense as well, because Maldians already have to invest by default in pitmine and houses, but also in the tower and the mill in Dark Age really sets you behind. But Numudan is now very close to the age up. Nobody on wood though, so a quick archery range or quick barracks are not on the menu to defend here against the early aggression of Kiljardi. Manso Quarry though is being brought up as we speak, and the Lancaster Castle is the choice for Kiljardi. Close to the stone, close to the wood, you need both of that to build manors, so I think Kiljardi is guaranteed, not for like the whole game, but at least for the near future, all the resources necessary to build up his economical advantage as a House of Lancaster, which does play a big part in this matchup. This matchup is between 2 juggernaut economies. They both need to build buildings to get passive income, but Maldians also need to buy cows. Meanwhile, Kiljardi, he just needs to build manors, but as well, he needs to pay gold because he needs to upgrade them so he can get 6 and then 9 manors in total. So while Numudan receives gold to then use gold to buy cows, if he wants to do cow boom, Kiljardi will only receive food and wood, I believe, and then he will only receive gold from the manors in the Imperial Age, once he researches the technology Scutage. Scutage? Actually, I don't remember the name. Let me know in the comments down below. Oh, deer push! Kiljardi bringing... Wait, he will be bringing 2 deer pack into his own base, plus manors. That will be an insane economy. He could even skip the 6th manors, the 4th, 5th, and 6th manors, use all this food to go to Castle Age, for an example, and do a great early Castle Age attack with a lot of food in his base. That's 14 deer carcasses, each one with 350 food. 300 or 200? 300, so that's insane. Remember, you only need 1,200 food to edge up to the castle age. So, that deer will give a lot of income here for Kiljardi. Numudan tries to repair the house, but it goes down. Both players into the feudal age at the moment. And Kiljardi is not thinking about castle. Because the food is not here yet, so he can't really use it. But Numudan finds out, and now he'll kill the deer before the spearman can bring it home. Luckily, bro, if Numudan didn't do this, it would be such a lead. Wait! But the scout gets attacked by the spearman. Only 2 carcasses are killed. So it's still 12 carcasses available for Kiljardi. Numudan makes his second scout. He's going professional scouts? Or he's just being aggressive? No, it's professional scouts. That's insane. Kiljardi will probably take 2 deer packs out of the equation. So Numudan is investing all those resources. Yes, he has passive eco, so it mitigates some of that damage, but he'll only be able to use 2 deer packs. Not even 3. Not 4 at all. That's quite insane. The professional scouts is still 40 seconds away, because if now, even if he had professional scouts, the scouts can steal the deer. They can kill the deer, but there are more spearmen here now. So the scouts really need to risk it to kill the deer. And 3 deer go down, so still 11 deer pack. Deer carcasses, I mean, available for Kiljardi. The scouts can now one-shot the deer. They already could when there was 2 of them. But one of them was already very low HP. Remember, I think the Manors now also shoot because of the Lancaster Castle. They are warrior scouts though, so they regen and do a bit more damage. They're actually owning that spearman. They're stealing the deer because Kiljardi moved the spearman very close to his buildings to try and push the rest of the deer away, which worked. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 deer carcasses. 1, 2, and the other third was stolen away, so it's still 11. I think it's still 11 deer carcasses available for Kiljardi. Numudan actually will get more. He will get 14 plus 3, so 17 deer carcasses, plus 2 pit mines already. Kiljardi did upgrade the manor limit, so he's now going for the 6th manor. I think he's still on stone. He's now going for the 4th. He's also going to play feudal. Double archery range. No, it's archery range and stable. Still, that talks to me like feudal aggression. I mean, it's wise. Your enemy has the Malians. That's like a key point, of course. He's going professional scouts. You can't allow them to just go castle or just mess army for free while you go castle. You have to do something about it, because they're also buying cows. That's extremely powerful, because now they will profit from the deer being brought home, of course, and then once it runs out, hold on, I have to sneeze. Release me, let's go. So, after they profit from deer, they will not struggle for food because they have cows. Sometimes certain civilizations struggle because they do professional scouts, but if the enemy doesn't die while you are using professional scouts, or if you don't obtain a big advantage, then you struggle. Because now you have nothing. You have no sheep, no deer, you have to go for berries. But Malians, they don't really struggle with that transition when they do the cow boom, because they will have perhaps an even better economy when it comes to food after professional scouts. Now you have some Hovelar as well for Kiljardi. Here they go. The dreaded Lancaster army. We want your manors. Give me manors. I want free resources. Actually, no, they're not free. You have to pay for them, right? You have to build the manors and then pay in time. Oh, sofas. Now being added to the furniture here of Numudan. We have some jab throwers and some donzos too. Blacksmith. So Numudan wants out. Bro, he wants to brawl. He also wants to go at it here in the feudal age. I think it's more he needs to than he wants to. Javelin throwers will be countering those yeomen, so that's positive for Kiljardi. For Numudan, I mean. But then the Sofa might struggle against the Spearman. Billman is only an upgrade for Castle Age, correct? Where is the barracks? Yeah, no, actually it's a village upgrade. So that could play a big role versus the Sofa. They will die even quicker versus the Spearman of Kiljardi. Second pit mine being destroyed, that is a problem for Numudan. That's a big part of his economy going down. That will actually hurt him specially, because usually Malin players go Donzo Javelin Throwers, but here it's Sofa and Javelin Thrower, so both units costing gold. And maybe that's why Numudan is switching into Donzos, because now he's not really getting a lot of gold per minute to afford a double gold composition, because that will be 60 gold for the Sofa and 40 gold for the Javelin Thrower. So in 2 units, he's using 100 gold. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot. That's like the price of a knight. For 2 units though, which is important as well. Good army from Kiljardi though, 13 Yeoman, 9 Spearmen, 8 Obla. Billman is coming in. No, that's... Oh, Muster the Nobles! So now he will get, I think, 8 Demi-Lancers? You get 2, and then, yeah. So it will be 8 Demi-Lancers. That will be a good force. He's gonna get even more ahead in comparison to Numudan forces. Let's see here the income. Nice food for both players, not all, it's only 2. More wood for Kiljardi, and same-ish gold income. Destroying that second pit mine was really important. The houses weren't destroyed though, that could also be important. We have an engagement. The warrior scouts. Nice shots from the Donzos and Jav throwers. The Yeoman still alive, not able to use that special mobility that's only for Castle Age. The synchronized shot. Bro, that's a big cavalry number here for Kiljardi. He dives in, looking for victims. Numudan trying to snipe away with the Javs. The Donzos arrive. The cavalry of Kiljardi retreats. The Yeoman trying to snipe all the Donzos. Yeah, I think the Yeoman are not dying fast enough, because they can actually go back very quickly because of the movement speed. And look at that. The cavalry and the spearmen are overwhelming the front line of Numudan. The Jav throwers are not able to put an end to this. Villagers now exposed to the Yeomans. And that's a good fight for Kiljardi. The Demon Civilization, House of Lancaster, might be taking another victim here today. In the hands, or in the form, I mean, of Numudan's Malians. 9 cows for Numudan, still some deer under the town center. Kiljardi more than double, actually no, but very much ahead on the military count, also ahead on the eco count and on the income chart. He's really ahead. That's a great time for him. Some shots here from Numudan. Now bad position here. The Javs running away will just be picked apart by the cavalry of Kiljardi. Such a commanding position for our orange player. Cows. Good position. But I think it's not the economy, it's really about time to produce units. I think that's what's lacking Numudan here. Because, like, he can make a lot of Donzos and Javelins with that income. Is that just he doesn't have time? He has 2 archery ranges, 3 actually. Oh, that actually could be a problem. Up to 20 Jav throwers right now. Oh, we didn't have +1 range attack. It's only researching it now. That could be a big difference. It will be 9 + 4, so it will be 13 instead of 12. Versus the Yeoman with 1 armor. So that could be something to think about. But right now, a ram approaches the first pit mine of Numudan. Javelin throwers sniping some hoblars, but there are still a lot of Demi-Lancers. 6, only 2 died in the previous attack. That's so many units for Kiljardi though. I don't think Numudan is ready for this. Overwhelming once again. The cavalry, they just surround everything. And it's so difficult for Numudan to keep his head above the water. Villagers going down over here, and that's GG! Game number 1 goes to Kiljardi. Good game. House of Lancaster comes through, and they win. Thank you for watching. Leave a like and subscribe. Use the links down below, and let's go to game number 2.